Alright, so here it is. It should be the finale of New Testament, the Tale of Two Toumas. So yeah, I've already been introduced to this other version of Touma. So yeah, just I guess get a little bit more in depth. Look at him, you know, explanation, and yeah, let's see. And then yeah, I'll go into after that, I think the Genesis Testament. So yeah, look at that. And actually, well, I don't even think he has any videos on that yet. Because this was made like what, a month ago or something. So yeah, I can't wait to get into Genesis, see some characters from there. Yeah, they all just look very interesting, I'll say that. It's like characters that's just like, yeah, I'm gonna need some good explanations on them. I don't know, it's just, yeah, I guess new characters that I really haven't seen too much throughout the series, that's all. But other than that, I think that should be it. So I hope you guys will enjoy this. Make sure you like, subscribe, and yeah, let's get this reaction started.
Here we have the final volume of Index New Testament, and something very weird has happened to Touma. He's given birth to another version of himself who has not only stolen his special power, but has also turned him into a dragon. Yep, I'm not joking. And no, this isn't a crappy fanfiction. What happens when evil Touma tries to steal OG Touma's harem? What was Misaki's controversial decision that triggered many fans? And will Touma restore his lost memories? Stay tuned. We follow directly from the events of New Testament Volume 22 as Touma split the Royal Yacht Britannia in two thanks to his weird fish eggs which emerged from his right arm. But something bizarre hatched from them. Himself? What the fuck is going on? This doppelganger is known as Kamijo no Touma, or KNT for short, and is basically the invisible thing in human form, as he's been a conscious presence in Touma's arm this entire time. What's even more unbelievable is that KNT has all of Touma's memories, even the ones that were destroyed by Index and Misaki. The dude knows everything. That's why KNT considers himself to be the real Touma, labeling the hero we all know and love as a faker without Imagine Breaker, as OG Touma was just masquerading of who he believes Touma is, since Touma has no way of knowing who he was before his amnesia. Damn, that's a lot of Toumas. Anyway, KNT pretty much leaves Touma to die in the cold as he rejoins everyone who helped defeat Kuronzon in the previous volume, without them questioning a thing. The main group of KNT, Index, Mikoto, and Misaki, in addition to the forces of England, are invited to Windsor Castle to party and celebrate due to preventing the total destruction of everything in existence. I guess that's deserved. And you know the first chapter of this book is going to be some abyss level fiction when it starts off with this sentence. Yikes.
Okay.
Our trio of girls then spend the entire chapter putting on their new dresses as Komachi wants us to experience trash before the story gets deep.
Of course.
Never change, Komachi.
So I get to see the lore behind all these dresses.
Touma, I mean KNT,
because I have seen them a lot,
or
or seen this version of them.
He manages to seamlessly blend in with the others, acting exactly how Touma would, with the girls not suspecting a thing, at least for now. But with one unusual exception, as Touma directly turns to Misaki and says her name, causing tears to form in her eyes, as the boy she loves somehow remembers her. Surely things are too good to be true. There is something not quite right going on here, huh? Anyway, the celebration comes to a halt as a mysterious blue and yellow dragon is on the loose at the castle, with KNT knowing exactly who it is. KNT also spends some time one-on-one with Index, saying that Alistair and Kuronzon are gone, not really though, and this should give them the chance to live peacefully in Academy City without issue, which should be considered Index's true home instead of the Anglican Church. This conversation won't be relevant again until the end. Suddenly, the dragon returns, crashing into the castle and facing down KNT and the girls, as the dragon slowly changes form into what appears to be Kamijo Touma? Wow, he's copied Issei, Sieg, and Tatsumi. Very original. Much like the readers, the girls can't quite believe their eyes. OG Touma transforms back into a human, but he has a new right arm, which has the same colors as the strange beast, blue and yellow, with it acting as the substitute for Imagine Breaker since KNT stole it. Queen Elizard then questions which spiky-haired boy is the real deal, to which KNT shows off Imagine Breaker and goes on a monologue bragging about how he remembers everything from his past and how having these memories makes him the true Touma. As OG Touma tries to explain what happened to him, KNT violently lashes out before he can finish, hitting him with a metal tray and wine bottle across the face.
Of course.
KNT sure be acting sus, just
yeah,
like a
just
true imposter.
acting
Even
weird.
the cat sides with the OG. Then KNT embraces his devil-like role by using any cheap tricks to earn the victory. He tempts Misaki to join his side against the others by using emotional damage. Misaki is conflicted, and she is well aware the boy in front of her is not the real Touma.
Yeah, like you gotta know now.
But cling on to the miracle of Touma remembering her, as she decides to join KNT thanks to being gaslighted by the
exactly like dumb, like bro.
Causing Misaki to be hated by a large section of the fanbase. But the guy who manipulated her gets a free pass. Seems very rational. Misaki's mind-controlling mental out ability goes berserk as she begins to take control of everyone at the castle. Even Mikoto's own electric defense barrier against it is fading, as she uses the AAA or anti-art attachment to force Touma out of a window to save him, as she finally succumbs to mental out's control too. By the way, if you would like to see a full video explaining KNT and the true meaning behind his character, then you should like the video and subscribe, and I will consider doing it if enough of you do so. Your move. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Anna Sprengel and Iwaz are watching this go down and have placed their bets on KNT to win. How dare they? Anyway, Touma gets flung out the castle, but at least Ophinus is there to keep him company.
I forgot,
most other magicians in the castle have a mechanism
just real tiny now,
which basically prevents their bodies from moving, so they can't be used as puppets, with only 20% of the castle being under Misaki's influence. Touma then meets up with the anti-KNT squad, including Accelerator, Clipper Puzzle 545, Dion Fortune, Princess Ramea, Takizubo Riko, and lastly Hamazura Shiage, who is half naked again, by the way. It sure is nice that Komachi is including some man service for a change. Gender equality at its best. Yep, the blokes down at the pub are stripping down a random Japanese tourist because that's the standard British welcome everyone deserves. Even though drunk Brits have a notorious reputation, we ain't this bad, I promise. Touma says to the group that he can't handle this alone and asks a massive favour from the others to help him free Windsor Castle from the tyrannical rule of KNT. Touma asking for help? What is this? Character developments? Touma learns to move on from what he doesn't know about the past as he embraces his present identity as the new Touma and decides to prioritize his own desires for the future. Everyone agrees to help the OG as the assault on the castle is about to commence. We move back to KNT as he talks to Queen Elizard, threatening her by saying he would destroy Cortana II, a national symbol of the UK and Elizard's dimension-severing spiritual item. He also threatens destroying the other spiritual items that help safeguard the country, unless Elizard and her forces side with him against the OG Touma, to which she reluctantly accepts for the well-being of her nation. Oh yeah, he also says he would add her youngest daughter Villian to his harem in typical Touma fashion if Elizard didn't accept. To which the queen was not very amused, while Misaki begins to feel guilt for what she has just done. Now we get the attack on the castle as KNT and the OG forces clash. Touma has a narrow escape against Kanzaki and Style as Dion arrives to support, as the humanoid book fights the Saint of the Far East as Kanzaki jobs yet again. Misaki then decides to order Mikoto to attack, hoping to use her fellow level 5 Esper as a weapon. But surprisingly, Mikoto, with her arsenal of weapons from the AAA, opens fire on KNT. This is because the machine is actually taking control over Mikoto's body to fire upon the real enemy in the situation. KNT, being the pussy he is, begs Misaki for help as she uses mental out on Index to unlock her John's Pen mode so that she can use magic to combat the AAA, as the two robot-like girls clash against each other in a stalemate. OG Touma arrives in the room as he sees magic versus science before his eyes, and also Misaki sitting on the floor injured and bleeding while holding her whistle at the same time, the one memento she has of her past with Touma. Touma in his dragon form talks to her despite no longer having these memories and not understanding her actions. With Misaki stating she knew inside that this Touma was the boy she fell in love with.
Oh yeah, now you
KNT,
know.
the impostor. Touma tells her to hang on and not give up as Misaki is about to accept she might just die. Hell, Komachi even says in the afterword it was a bit too close to call.
How many times I get carried away?
No one important ever stays dead in this series, so nice try, Komachi. And no, Frenda is not important. Hope and Sieve.
Okay.
Anyway, KNT interrupts this heartfelt moment, saying it's such misfortune to lose mental out. But that's just how it goes, as Imagine Breaker brings about the bad luck. This triggers the OG, saying that KNT should be using this power to protect and not hurt others. Meanwhile, Accelerator saves Hamazura's ass, as he must now face the Queen of England, with every country that was invaded by England cheering him on. While he did face some difficulty fighting Lizard, due to her Katana second being able to bypass his reflector shield, the strongest level 5 quickly adapts, as Accelerator utilizes his new scientific weapon toys courtesy of Alistair's phone.
Oh, okay, yo.
And defeating her.
He said, I'm not even gonna like fight you like that.
Using his greatest speed
Use my
and
new
power
toys
to hopefully overwhelm his doppelganger, knowing that one touch from Imagine Breaker will nullify his dragon shell. Their clash results in KNT turning into his own dragon form, but with pink and green colors, as Touma embraces his human form to fight the monster. KNT reveals that he is nothing more than an ability, not Imagine Breaker, but another hidden being that Touma unconsciously created from his desire to know the true function of Imagine Breaker after losing his memories. KNT bites down on Touma's sky blue arm as they trade blows, with Touma breaking his no-kill rule by stabbing KNT with a kitchen knife. Really? KNT then disappears back into Touma's right arm as the OG returns to normal and regains Imagine Breaker once more. Touma manages to nullify Index's John's pen mode, but unlike the time when he got his brain fried, he raises Imagine Breaker above his head to cancel out the memory destroying feathers, saying to Index, let's go home. While Academy City was temporarily shut down due to Alistair previously disabling the city's tech, things are back up and running as all the exiled students and teachers return. But not everything remains the same, as Accelerator and Clipper storm the board of directors meeting room, with him asserting his authority as the new board chairman. Dion Fortune is also made the new Archbishop of the Anglican Church to replace Coronzon, despite being a fake copy of the real Dion Fortune, who has only existed for like what, a few days? At least Dion was a Christian IRL despite being involved with magic, so I guess it makes sense, kinda? Alistair also managed to send a message to Streamikado Motoharu to beware of Anna Sprengel, which causes him to disappear for the next 9 volumes. Nice job, Komachi! Anna expresses her surprise that KNT lost the battle, as she states, do not think this is over, as New Testament 22R and New Testament as a whole ends. Is it just me, or does NT22R sound a lot like NTR?
Yeah, okay.
Make sure you check out my other Index Light Novel summaries on Steam.
And that should be it for this one here. Okay. So the final volume. Yeah, okay, well, I guess a good ending to that. And then, yeah, we go into, like I was say, Genesis, right? Okay, so yeah, you got that. Yeah, hey man, yeah, you want to repeat that same mistake. I was like, wait, hold up. Like, yeah, make sure you take care of those feathers or like get out of the way of them. But yeah, I like that. Yeah, so basically unconsciously, you know, creating something that you were consciously thinking of. So basically you just wanted to learn more about your power. He wanted to learn more about the power and all that from how I'm, you know, sort of understanding here, I guess. And then after that, well, just made like an entire clone copy of himself here. And I mean, I don't know what happens later on, but yeah, I guess I'd like to see like another version of or at least another way of showing like, yeah, he can like make another version or like, well, yeah, another like, I guess, human body type of thing form to show like, yeah, this is another part of your power. And then yeah, actually it would be cool to well, I don't know how it works. Yeah, see the dragons actually communicate with Touma. Yeah, literally communicate with him. Be like, oh yeah, this is my power, you know, this is what I can do. I guess I'll help you out, like a Optimus or something, right? Not like have a maybe a miniature version. Yeah, I mean, there's so much mystery behind the Magic Breaker and all of that. Okay, so yeah, good to see the story behind these dresses and all that, because yeah, I've seen them quite a lot, and I guess I didn't actually pay attention to them really. I don't know, it just, yeah, I guess felt like something that they, for this occasion, yeah, they just put something on and then that was it, you know. But no, they have some story behind them. So yeah, once I see those dresses or something, I'll probably like easily remember, like, oh yeah, all of this that happened. Okay, so just a faker. So I think that should really be about it. Yeah, so I'd understand why fans are just like, okay, come on now, Shokuhou, like, what we got going on here? You know, you clearly know who Touma is. You should know he's not gonna randomly, while someone's explaining or talking, just attack someone, you know, and yeah, proceed to ask for like help or something. Like, yeah, if you truly, I don't know, you know, what was actually being said here, but yeah, if you truly love me or something, you would help me right now, basically take care of this enemy. But the instant red flag is like, you know, basically remembering her in general. Yeah, saying her name or whatever. Yeah, like, you know, his memory is gone. You should know that. But yeah, he still acts as if he just knows everything that happened between you two, like literally everything. So I mean, that's like the easiest way to differentiate the two. It's like, yeah, one of them has like all these memories, you know, it can literally act as the same Touma, but that's the problem. Has all of the memories. So yeah, if he acts a certain way or attacks someone or does this in a different way, it's like you should know instantly, you know, especially after they've been, these three have been with him for how long now? These three girls. Yeah, they should know how he acts. I know people like, change every now and then, but you can't just, not completely just change up like that. Okay. Oh yeah, and then AAA, I was thinking about this. It's like, it attacks, or at least what sort of makes you attacks. Basically attack without the S. The true enemy in front of you. So like, even if you aren't in your right mind, you know, you're being controlled by someone, the machine itself or whatever will know, like, okay, really deep down in your mind, you know this isn't a real enemy. It's just, you can't actually like, control yourself and know that at the moment. See, I like that. And I guess good that I've already been introduced to it, because I probably would have been like, okay, AAA, like, what are you talking about? Other than that, I guess I'll end this off here. Yep, that should be it for New Testament. Yep, taken care of that, and then we just move on. So I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure you like, subscribe again, and I'll just see you guys in the next one.